boat is often covered with ash, you see. It comes from Etna when it's erupting. It comes on the wind. It covers everything. You see? It's goodbye to the old Spanish Habsburg ramparts of Crotone in Italy. I'm now going to set sail for Greece. I reckon this is going to take about 2.5 days non-stop. Of course, it all slightly depends on the state of my boat. So the most horrible, horrible thing has just happened to me. I was filling up the boat with diesel oil, and the tank wasn't filling. And I looked inside and I saw that the tube is not connected. I have literally filled my boat up with diesel. I don't know if you can see it, but there's diesel down there on the floor. And I'm just wasted. I spent 200 euros on diesel, which is now on my floor. I can't go anywhere for a while. Thank God the bilge pump's also disconnected, or it would have all ended up in the sea. So by 10:30 the next morning, it was all pumped out. We had to take up the floor to get down in the bilges to pump everything out. And so the floor's up there drying up on deck with a lot of other things. So, damage assessment. If we do down here, I think what's happened is the fuel line, which goes up to there, I've connected at that end again, but it now doesn't reach at that end. And I think basically as the plastic has gradually deteriorated, the fuel line may have slightly shrunk. So I'm going to take out the fuel line and replace it with another one. Look at all this down here. Plenty of room for smuggling. Right, well, I'm going to try to go again over to Greece. Just before I go, I want to show you quite a cool thing about this town. I came to Crotone basically to use the industrial port, and I have to say they've been incredibly efficient. It's really good value. I can recommend anyone come here. The city itself has a fantastic ancient history. Pythagoras used to live here. Hannibal spent 3 winters here as he was sacking Italy and so forth. Then it disappears off the map for about 700 years until relatively modern times. The Habsburgs turned up. Even the British invaded at one point. I'm having my last coffee before Greece. Okay, goodbye Crotone. The next stop is Greece. Check out that Nautilus, a big yacht that came in yesterday. Goodbye Italy. I've got a good 6 knots here. Here we are, rounding the Cape, and off we go into the Ionian Sea. That's the last standing column of a Greek temple. I discovered that my lead acid batteries were running down too fast using the autopilot, so I rigged up sheet to tiller steering. That line comes down to the rudder, and as the boat turns onto the wind, it pulls the tiller that way so as to come off the wind, and it's balanced by another bungee there which pulls it back onto the wind if it starts coming off the wind, so we're in balance. However, we've now run out of wind, and I think I shall have to start the engine for a couple of hours if we want to get to Greece before Easter. guess he's just a bit tired. I have a bar of reception on my phone, but strangely I cannot see land yet. I wish I could show you the lights of Kefalonia. It's fantastic under the stars, but the camera won't pick it up. And I'm about to conduct that most brilliant of manoeuvres, the landing in a foreign port at night. Well, I've arrived in Greece actually on a very auspicious day, because today the Greeks have a national holiday to celebrate the start of their war against the Ottoman Turks. There's no equivalent celebration for the end of that war because they've never stopped fighting it really. And the first person I met as I got off onto the quay this morning happened to be an ex-novice from Mount Athos. And he now has his own boat like me, and we've decided we're going to race each other back to Constantinople.